We're working on it. Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Type in the comment section saying that you can hear me if you can hear me. Okay. Yes, they can hear. Thank you so much. Wow, it's so good to see everybody. I see it means that we've been waiting for us to start, and I'm so excited about that. And so, as I was saying, I am Toluwashe, and I'm your host on this show as always. And without further ado, I would like to just share some important information for the sake of those that are joining us for the first time. All right, you have 20 questions to answer here tonight, 4 options to pick from. And you can pick your answer by just typing 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the comment section. Please understand that you cannot retract any message. Do not retract any message. You have some seconds to answer each question before it goes off your screen. So, are you ready? Who is ready to win tonight? If you're ready to win tonight, just type in the comment section, I am ready. We have a 60 seconds countdown that will be going up just in a bit, and then we will start. Okay. If you're ready, just type in, I am ready. I am ready. All right, the 60 seconds countdown is starting right about now. Just be relaxed and trust me, it will end in praise. All right, less than 45 seconds to go. Less than 45 seconds to go. And the question starts rolling in. Less than 30 seconds to go. Less than 20 seconds to go. All right, we have less than 15 seconds to go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Please do not retract your message. Just type in your answer once. Don't retract your comment. And you can type in 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whichever one is your answer. Okay, so we have our question number 1 coming in now. All right, according to Paul, who will be judged by Christ's followers? Demons, angels, Satan, God. According to Paul, who will be judged by Christ's followers? Demons, angels, Satan, God. The question will be going off the screen in about 1 second now, and yes, it is gone. It's computing the answers now. All right, I hope you've typed in your answer. And we apologize for the late startup. We really do apologize for that. And thank you for waiting in. All right, the answer is angels. Angels. Angels will be judged by Christ's followers. According to Paul, angels will be judged by Christ's followers. Who are Christ's followers? We are Christ's followers. So if you find your way there in heaven, you know that you are one of those that will be judging the angels that are right there in heaven already. Okay, so you can read about that in 2 Corinthians chapter 6 from verse 1. Paul was saying that we should try as Christians to settle dispute amongst one another, because if we can't settle ordinary disputes, how do we judge the angels in heaven? So we're moving on to the next question. King Nebuchadnezzar wrote a letter to all his people praising which one of these gods? The god Baal, god of Molech, god of Dagon, God of Israel. King Nebuchadnezzar wrote a letter to all his people praising which one of these gods? The god of Baal, god of Molech, god of Dagon, God of Israel. Computing the answers. Computing the answers. Which one of these gods did King Nebuchadnezzar write a letter about to all his people praising? Which one of these gods? Computing the answers. Oh yes, the God of Israel. The God of Israel. King Nebuchadnezzar wrote a letter to all his people praising the God of Israel. Yes, this was after he had a dream, and when he called all the magicians and wise men and the whole of Babylon, and none could interpret that dream. But only Daniel, who was serving the living God, could interpret the dream. And because of this, King Nebuchadnezzar sent a letter across to all his people praising the God of Israel. So you can read about that in Daniel chapter 4. Daniel chapter 4 from verses 1. You can read about the story. Question number 3. Which of these things did Jabez not ask God for in his prayer? Wisdom, keep him from sin, increase his land, bless him. Remember the story of Jabez? Yes, he prayed to God. And amongst these options, one of them is not one of the prayers he asked about or he prayed about. So he's computing the answers. It's so fast these days. I hope you've typed in your answer already. All right, which one of these things did Jabez not ask God for in his prayers? Yes, we all know the popular story of Jabez. All right, wisdom. Yes, Jabez did not ask God for wisdom in his prayer to God. Of course, we know the story of Jabez. He was honorable amongst all his brothers, but because he was born out of pain, he didn't enjoy that honor until he cried out to God, asking him to bless him, expand his territory, increase his land, keep him from trouble and pain, from sin, and to also protect him. But he didn't pray for wisdom. All right. Okay. So you can read about that in 1 Chronicles chapter 4. All right. Next question. Question 4. Who helped the author write 1 Peter? Titus, Timothy, Silvanus, Apollos. One of these great men, one of these great apostles, helped the author write 1 Peter. Which one of them? Titus, Timothy, Silvanus, Apollos. It's computing the answers. Computing the answers. Of course, we all know who wrote the book of Peter, but somebody helped him as well to write 1 Peter. Which one of these men? All right, the answer is Silvanus. Silvanus helped the author write 1 Peter. Silvanus helped the author write 1 Peter. And there in 1 Peter chapter 5 from verses 12, Peter sent a letter to him with the help of Silas, commending his great effort, his great support, his great work. Okay, so you can read that in 1 Peter chapter 5 from verses 12 to 13. And he was further encouraging him and assuring him that he's experiencing a great part of God's grace. All right, question number 5, rolling in. Where in scriptures are these words found? And they shall beat their swords with plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Revelation, Isaiah, Genesis, 1 Kings. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Can it be found in Revelation, Isaiah, Genesis, or 1 Kings? Question is gone. Computing the answers. Computing the answers. All right, Isaiah. Yes, Isaiah, and that is in Isaiah chapter 2 from verses 1. This were some of the prophecies God gave unto Isaiah in the book of, in chapter 2 of Isaiah verses 1 to 4. Yes, it was talking about what is going to happen after he restores the glory and honor of Judah and Jerusalem. Yes, and he said their swords they are going to beat into plowshares because they won't be able to use it to hurt one another again, and their spears into pruning hooks. And these things they get to use on the field to work rather than to fight one another, because nations won't fight against nations anymore. Next question. Abejoye Season 5 is set to premiere at Jogos Center, Ibadan on which date? December 5th, December 3rd, December 28th, December 26th. Abejoye Season 5 is set to premiere at Jogos Center, Ibadan. On what dates? Which one of these dates? The 5th of December, the 3rd of December, the 28th of December, or the 26th of December? It's computing the answers now. All right, the answer is December 3rd. I see we have some followers of the Mount Zion Film Ministry. Yes, it's set to premiere at Jogos Center on the 3rd of December. Abejoye Season 5, Abejoye, the Commander. I'm sure most of us have been following this movie, which has started since 2019, March precisely, and it started from season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. Now we are in season 5. Yes, it's a combined production with the Flaming Sword Ministries, and I'm sure that you'll be blessed. I'm looking forward to it. The next question: which one of these is a private Christian university in America? Stanford University, North Central University, Harvard University, Grace Clark University. Yeah, so one of these universities is a private Christian university situated in America. Which one of them? Is computing the answers. The Stanford University, North Central University, Harvard University, Grace Clark University. We're on question number 7. Question number 7, and it's going really good. Okay, the correct answer is North Central University. The North Central University is a private Christian university located in Minneapolis in America, downtown Minneapolis. Yes, they offer undergraduate degrees, master degrees, and just a normal academic university, but also they prepare you with skills that you need for career and ministry, which is what makes it a private university. Private Christian university. So good that we still have one of those in this world today, because it helps to shape our lives into becoming better people. So we are moving on to question number 8. Which book holds the account of Moses smashing the 10 commandments? Numbers, Leviticus, Exodus, Deuteronomy. Which book holds the account of Moses smashing the 10 commandments? Numbers, Leviticus, Exodus, Deuteronomy. Question is going. Question is gone. Computing the answers. It's going so fast. Is it putting you on the edge? Just be relaxed. Okay. Computing. We're waiting to see the answers. Oh, wow. The answer is Deuteronomy. Yes. I know the story of Moses started from the book of Exodus, but sorry, smashing the 10 commandments didn't happen in Exodus. It happened in Deuteronomy chapter 9, and specifically from verse 11. This was after Moses had spent 40 days and 40 nights on Mount Sinai with God, and there God was telling him the commandments, writing it himself on the tablet, only for Moses to get back down. Even though it was God that gave him the cue, he got back down. He saw that they built a calf for themselves, and in anger he broke it. Okay, next question. Question number 9. Where did Jesus meet the man with the evil spirits who lived among the tombs? Nazareth, Joppa, Gerasenes, Gadarenes. Where did Jesus meet the man with the evil spirit who lived among the tombs? Nazareth, Joppa, Gerasenes, Gadarenes. Computing the answers. All right, Gerasenes is the answer. Gerasenes, that is where Jesus met the man with the evil spirit who lived among the tombs. Yes, he met him in the region of the Gerasenes at the other side of the lake. Yes, the man was possessed of an evil spirit, and when he saw Jesus, the evil spirit in him was telling him why Jesus was disturbing him. All right, and Jesus called out that evil spirit. You can read the story in Mark chapter 5 from verses 1. Jesus called out the evil spirit, and they begged him to send them into the pigs, which Jesus did. So question number 10, rolling in now. Which of these cities are in Edom? Tyre and Sidon, Teman and Dedan, Sodom and Gomorrah, Hebron and Beersheba. All right, computing the answers. Which of these cities are in Edom? Tyre and Sidon, Teman and Dedan, Sodom and Gomorrah, Hebron and Beersheba. All right. What is going to be the answer? Who is going to get the answer? Okay, the answer is Teman and Dedan. Yes, these are the cities in Edom. Yes, and in Ezekiel chapter 25, that is where God was saying that the people of Edom have sinned greatly against him. How did they sin against him? They sinned against him because they went against Judah and Jerusalem. All right, went against his people. And you know what? It was God who allowed them, but they still served punishment for going against the people of God. And he dealt with them from Teman to Dedan. Ezekiel chapter 25. That is where you can find that story from verse 12. Next question. In Zechariah's vision, what was the man with the measuring stick sent to measure? The enemy, the city gates, Zechariah, Jerusalem. In Zechariah's vision, what was the man with the measuring stick sent to measure? The enemy, the city gates, Zechariah, Jerusalem. Computing the answers. Computing the answers. A man was with a measuring stick. To measure what? Yes, to measure Jerusalem. Yes, this was in one of the visions that God showed unto Zechariah in Zechariah chapter 2. And in that vision, Zechariah saw a man with a measuring stick, and he was walking, and Zechariah asked him what he was going to do with the measuring stick, and he said he was going to measure Jerusalem. Yes, because here God was ready and was preparing to restore the glory of Jerusalem. All right. In a few seconds, we move on to question number 12. Where is this verse found? For ye have need of patience, that having done the will of God, ye may receive the promise. Hebrews 9:36, Hebrews 12:36, Hebrews 11:36, Hebrews 10:36. For ye have need of patience, that having done the will of God, ye may receive the promise. Hebrews 9:36, Hebrews 12:36, Hebrews 11:36, Hebrews 10:36. It's computing the answers now. Okay, the answer, right, Hebrews 10:36. That is where you can find this verse. For ye have need of patience, that having done the will of God, ye may receive the promise. So as believers, we need patience, we need endurance, so that we can live our lives in the will of God. And having lived our lives in the will of God, we receive all that He has promised us. It manifests in our lives. So please, as Christians, as whom God has created, let's have this in mind, that we need patience to live in the will of God, so that we don't miss the promise He has for us. The Nigerian Baptist Convention headquarters is located where? Lagos, Ilorin, Ibadan, Abuja. The Nigerian Baptist Convention headquarters is located where? Lagos, Ilorin, Ibadan, Abuja. Computing the answers now. All right, we have our answer, Ibadan. The Nigerian Baptist Convention headquarters is located in Ibadan, somewhere around Awolowo Avenue, yes. And the Nigerian Baptist Convention is affiliated with the Baptist Alliance, the Baptist World Alliance, yes. And the office headquarters is in Ibadan. And guess what? There are roughly 14 million Baptists in the whole of this Nigeria. Wow, so much for the gospel of Christ. And God will continue to bless the ministry. Yes, this missionary work grew out from the American Southern Baptist Convention in the 1850s. Pastor Ty Tribbett pastors which church? Transformation Church, Life Church, Forward City Church, Faith City Church. Pastor Ty Tribbett pastors which church? Transformation Church, Life Church, Forward City Church, Faith City Church. Question is going, and it is gone. It's computing the answers now. Are you ready for the answer? All right, Life Church. Pastor Ty Tribbett pastors the Life Church. The Life Church is based in Orlando, America, and it is co-pastored by his wife, Pastor Shante Tribbett. Yeah, with over 20 years in ministry, they have the vision of raising dry bones in Orlando and in the world at large and bringing them back to life. Yes, and I pray for more of God's strength for the ministry. Yes, we all know Ty Tribbett is also a gospel singer with outstanding albums like Stand Out, Victory Life, and single like We're Gonna Be Alright. We're Gonna Be Alright. We're Gonna Be Alright. Yeah. So moving on to the next question now. Question 15. What does the Valley of Jehoshaphat refer to? Valley of Judgment, Valley of Destruction, Valley of Death, Valley of Bones. The Valley of Jehoshaphat. What does it refer to? Valley of judgment, valley of destruction, valley of death, valley of bones. Computing the answers. Computing the answers. Answer will be popping out in a bit. The valley of judgment. The valley of judgment. The valley of Jehoshaphat refers to the valley of judgment. Yes, and that is in Joel chapter 3. And here God was saying what was going to happen at the time when he's going to restore the prosperity of Judah and Jerusalem. He said he was going to gather all the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and he was going to judge them all. He's going to judge them all for going against his people. And of course, it was God that allowed, them to go against his people, but he still said he was going to judge them. All right, moving on to the next question. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rottenness of the bones. Is located where in the Bible? Proverbs 8:10, Proverbs 28:3, Proverbs 14:30, Proverbs 10:13. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rottenness of the bone. Where can we find this in the Bible? Question is gone. Proverbs 8:10, Proverbs 28:3, Proverbs 14:30, Proverbs 10:13. It's computing the answers now. We're on question number 16. We have 4 questions to go. Powerful questions to go. Are you ready? I can't wait to know the winners for tonight. Of course, we are all winners. All right, Proverbs 14:30 says, a sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rottenness of the bones. So please do not allow envy anywhere close to you. Yes, it rottens the bones. Yes, it rottens the bones. Let your heart be sound so that you can enjoy life. Envy is not good. Okay, just a few seconds and we move on to the next question. And that will be question number 17. Are you ready? What is the name of Bishop Oyedepo's second son? Pastor Samuel, Pastor Paul, Pastor Isaac, Pastor David. What is the name of Bishop Oyedepo's second son? Pastor Samuel, Pastor Paul, Pastor Isaac, Pastor David. I hope you've typed in your answer. The question is going. All right, the question is gone. And it's computing the answers already. The name of Bishop Oyedepo's second son. Pastor Samuel, Pastor Paul, Pastor Isaac, Pastor David. What would your answer be? How well do you know Bishop Oyedepo? How well? Yeah, Pastor Isaac. Pastor Isaac is the second son of Bishop Oyedepo. He's also the youngest son and is also the second born of Bishop David Oyedepo. He's the resident pastor of the Living Faith Chapel in Maryland, and recently they just dedicated the ultra-modern church of that branch of Living Faith Chapel in Maryland, America. Oh, what fulfillment Pastor Bishop Oyedepo will be feeling now to have his children growing in the ministry alongside with him. Okay, moving on to the next question. Question number 18. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. John 18:5, John 17:3, John 14:10, John 13:6. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. John 18:5, John 17:3, John 14:10, John 13:6. Computing the answers. All right, the answer is John 17:3. John 73, Jesus was saying here, or he was praying here when he knew it was almost time for him and for the glory of God to take over his life. So he said here in his prayer in John chapter 17, if you read through the whole of John chapter 17, Jesus was praying here, and this was one of his prayer. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. Yes, because Jesus was ready. His work on earth was done, and he was ready for God's name should be glorified in his life. John 17, you read through. At what church were there some who held the doctrine of Nicolaitans? Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, Pergamos. One of these churches held the doctrine of Nicolaitans. Is it Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, Pergamos? Computing the answers. All right, the answer is Pergamos. Pergamos. Here in Revelation, the angel revealing to John the Beloved was saying how much some from this church, Pergamos, held on to the doctrine of the Nicolaitans. Yes, and it was one of those things that God really hated and said if they did not repent, he was going to judge them, he was going to deal with them, and you know what happens after that. Okay, we'll be moving on to the next question. You can read that in Revelations chapter 2 from verses 12 precisely. Okay, moving on to the final question. What type of offering did the chief of the fathers offer upon returning to Jerusalem in the book of Ezra? Sin offering, peace offering, guilt offering, free will offering. The chief of the fathers, upon returning to Jerusalem in the book of Ezra, offered what type of offering? The sin offering, peace offering, guilt offering, free will offering. It's computing the answers, and right after this, we'll get to know our winners for tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Computing the answers. All right, free will offering. The type of offering the chief of the fathers offered upon returning to Jerusalem in the book of Ezra was the free will offering. They offered the free will offering. And you can read that in Ezra chapter 2, verse 68 to 70. Okay. We await the winners list. Are you ready to know our winners? I am ready to know our winners. So wherever you are, just move your body like a winner, just like I'm doing here. All right, we have our winner here. We have the first winner as Olufunsho Orekoya. He was our first prize winner last week as well. And we have a second, Onyidamola Tobiloba, as our second prize winner. And our third prize winner, we have Mary Remilekun. Mary Remilekun, yes, we have you as a third prize winner. I don't know if you've subscribed to the channel because I'm not sure I received your screenshot, but congratulations to you. We have a first prize winner as Olufunsho Orekoya, winning for himself 5 gig data, and the second winner, Oyidamola Tobiloba, winning for herself 3 gig data, and our third prize winner winning for herself 2 gig data, Mary Remilekun. Congratulations and thank you to other players as well. We have Israel Oruma, we have Semita Demola, we have Agbola Esther, and we have Abiniyi as the other players. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Thank you for participating, and congratulations again to our winners. God bless you. As soon as this show is over, kindly send in your numbers to 090602579996 to receive your to send in your numbers to that number to receive your data prizes. We appreciate if you send it as soon as possible or as early as possible. Okay, I would like to share this important information concerning next week. Next week, we'll be having a special edition, which is a physical edition of the Promote Gospel Trivia Show. So, therefore, this particular edition that we hold here every Sunday will not be holding here next week. But, of course, you are welcome to watch next week as you join us at the physical one, the special edition that we'll be holding. And you can follow us across our social media platforms, Promote Gospel TV, for more details on that. But next week, this particular edition will not be holding here. We appreciate you. We say thank you. We say God bless you. And we wish you all the best in this week that we have started. God bless you. I remain your host, Toluwa Lokwe Toluwashe. Bye.